What's up, guys? Ryan with Dead Patrol back. Another video today, hot off the press from Pop Collectibles. We've got Super Battle Droid. Now, I only did get one of these. The question is, should I have gotten more? I don't know the answer. If you want to get one of these, check them out in the link in the description below. Discount code for you as well. But until we unbox this, I guess we really won't know. So let's do it. All right, guys, here we go. We've got the Super Battle Droid MMS 682 20 years anniversary Attack of the Clones. Kind of. Well, I guess it was last year. But anyways, here we go. We got a slip cover design. We're going to have some nice box art underneath. I have not opened this. I haven't looked at it. I literally just got it from Pop Collectibles. So if you want to get one of these for yourself, check them out. Link in the description below. And you might be asking yourself, how many of these did I get? The answer is I got one. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. So there we go. Here's the normal Star Wars style box. Let's go ahead and get this slipcover off. And what do we got? Hey, we've seen this before. We've got nice little foil packaging going on in the top. We got our Super Battle Droid inside, which is all looking all kinds of... The Super Battle Droid reminds me of the, I can't remember the species, but the Fifth Element. You guys know what I'm talking about? Beginning of the film, the end of the film. They remind me of that. I don't know. Just saying, it just does. Maybe I'm crazy. But there's our Super Battle Droid 20 years there, and it should have a little flip cover thing. Let's see here. I know it does. It has this little, one of those things, and there it is. So you got, whatever. If you care to do that, it opens that way. But we're going to open this since I've already cut it. And let's open this guy up. Now, the previous droid we got, I guess we got the KX Enforcer droid, and then we got the 3PO Geonosis droid. Then we got the Droid 3-pack. We got a whole bunch of droids. This is our first. It may have been a mistake only getting one. I'm gonna reserve judgment so far. It just looks cool. I haven't even got the plastic off of it yet. Let's get to this. You don't need to sell me Star Wars Hot Toys or Clone Wars inspired Hot Toys. You don't have to sell me. That's the thing. So we've got accessory piece. We'll get to that in a second. It doesn't come with much. It comes with the greatest sand display base of all time, but whatever. Very lightweight. Like very, very light. There is not an ounce, not a gram of die-cast material in this. This is, if you got the other battle droids, this is very much like that. It's just lighter and thicker. So we'll deal with that in a second. Yeah, so that was an easy unboxing. Look at this. Hot Toys. What in the actual F is this nonsense? Seriously, we got this with 3PO. Which 3PO? There's no way 3PO can possibly stand on this. This is Hot Toys. This is Hot Toys going, you're going to buy this shit no matter what we do. And you're going to get that sand base. Even though there's human footprints on there. Jeez. Anything else? We have instructions. I never do this. But we'll look at the instructions for this guy. Just briefly. Because I have a feeling there's some artwork on it. And I want to check that out. So you go over there. So anyways, let's just briefly look at this. And for all those watching this, hit the thumbs up button. Comments. All that fun stuff that YouTubers tell you to do. All right, that I rarely say to do. I probably should say it more often, but whatever. You got some artwork? Yeah, we do. We got some artwork. Okay. All right. So there we go. We have some artwork. We have 3 Super Battle Droids, flanked by 3 more in the back, and Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. And then there's instructions. Now, to be fair, not much in the way of instructions. This is... Let's just, here, look at this, okay? AAA batteries. Now, luckily, my wife is good about keeping batteries around for AAAs and AA's and C's and all that crap. So if there's LED function, we got that. When have we ever seen AAA batteries in a 6-scale figure for one little freaking LED? For this, I'm gonna put. I mean, it will give some extra weight to the figure. I guess there's some benefit to that. But 2 AAA batteries for that? Oh, man. Well, here's the thing. They'll last a very long time. Put it that way. Put 2 AAA batteries into battery box. Activate the light up switch function by turning the on-off switch. Well, no crap. Wow. That's crazy. You can get arm movement on here. You've got arm, whatever. And then you can change out the arm. Okay. AAA batteries. I was wondering how they were going to handle that because I knew there was no light or no USB-C function. And I knew there was obviously no, button cell batteries going on. Let's take a look at this. We'll zoom out just a touch. Paint applications real quick. It's not silver. It is the subtlest shade of green. And I did not expect that. I expected more silver, but it's straight up green. It's almost like if you remember when you got Captain Rex and you were like, he's 501st, he's white and blue. And then there was all this green all over it. He's straight up, it's green. I don't know why I didn't expect that. I don't know. I just didn't. But the weathering is everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Look at all this stuff. Got this bronze color or brass color going on here. So more brass than bronze. Brass color going on here on the face, if you will. And then we've got green. We've got some more bronzy colors going on here in the chest, abdomen section. I mean, the paint app, you can see the way the light's bouncing off this thing. It's got a nice little shimmer to it. It definitely has a metallic look, even though there's no metal whatsoever going on here. So, bravo on that. The paint job looks good. But yeah, I'm a little shocked by how green it is. I don't know. I just am. Now, range of motion, not so much in the head region. There's none. This is the section. This pops off according to the directions, and the batteries go in there. So we'll deal with that. Range of motion wise. Hey, I'm working this out for the first time with you guys. Yeah, not a whole lot going on there. Woo, not a whole lot going on there. Does it pop out? Nope. It's a ball joint, so we should get plenty. We got 360 motion going on there. That's a very tight joint. Like that's solid. About 90 degrees on that guy, on the left arm there. And then we've got some digits a la Battle Droid action going on there. So that's nice. Got a nice little texture going on here, like it's milled. So I dig that. Articulated 3 fingers there. You got a knuckle. You got a thumb, if you will. That's got 2 joints in it. You've got a joint here. So you got pretty decent range of motion out of that. And then it's on a ball joint, so that's not bad. And then you got another joint here. Okay, all right. And then a swivel, a forearm swivel. Okay, all right. So we got some decent range of motion, but let's be honest with you guys. There's only 2 poses this is ever going to go in. So let's just, and here's why. Because on this hand, you get the blasters, the forearm blasters. And we know everybody's going to be using those, myself included. They look pretty good. They're more of a bronzy brown color. There's not a whole lot of paint going on that, but it looks okay. And then down here in the ab section or the hip section, to see what kind of range of motion we got going on with that. Let me get these arms out of the way. Yeah, these are properly tightened shoulders, no doubt. And same thing here. Ball joint on the hip. You're going to get decent range of motion out of that guy, so that's not bad. 90 degrees out of the knee. And then if I go down, should have a, let's see, we got, yeah. Is there not a whole lot going on there. I got an up and down. Yeah, I got an up and down going on there. Anything side to side? Yeah, not a whole lot going on side to side. Ab crunch. Yeah, it doesn't really go forward. It goes back a decent amount. But as far as forward, not so much. Twisting wise, yeah, not a whole lot going on there. But to be fair, I'm not terribly shocked by any of this. But, I think it looks pretty good. So my initial thought was, that looks pretty freaking awesome. I need 2 of them. Now that I have it in hand and I've got some weight on it, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. I'm thinking 1 was enough. Like if I'm going to dump money into army building things, which, you know, I have no fear of doing, I want to be able to get multiple poses and multiple diorama sets of them. And this is not going to lend itself to that. I'm not disappointed in it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't need an army of them. All right, here we go, guys. We've got him posed up, standing, well, as a droid would stand, straight up and down, arms down, ready, waiting for orders from Count Dooku to go and do his thing. I guess it comes from Count Dooku, but then it comes from Nute Gunray, and then it's the Trade Federation and the whole thing. Who, you know, who actually commands these guys? Really? Palpatine? Anyways, this guy looks pretty freaking awesome. The paint application is beautiful. I'll give you a little comparison of this and some other figures in a little bit. But the light up function with the two AAA batteries, I think I said that 5 times now, 2 AAA batteries, not 2 AA batteries that go in the rear compartment just behind the head, if you will. They give it some weight. Without it, it is extremely lightweight, no doubt about it. But that being said, standing up and down, it's a menacing figure. And it looks pretty good. I'm not upset at it. Range of motion, like we saw earlier, it's pretty good. So nothing crazy going on there. Paint application is on point as always. Like there's not an ounce of diecast here. There's nothing. There's zero weight going on here. But where it shines is definitely in the paint applications. It's this like very, very, very low saturated like sage green color with the bronzes and golds and browns, and then the wash that goes over it, like the sponge weathering going everywhere. Like there's not a panel of this that's not weathered. It looks great, especially in this lighting. I must say, this is some good lighting for this. But it's a pretty cool piece. So I'm not upset about it. We've got the blasters on the forearm there. We've got the digits on the hand, I guess, if you will. And then down here at the feet, one thing I definitely want to mention, on mine, the ankles obviously go front and back, but they also pivot side to side. Mine were extremely tight. Like I'm talking like I thought I was going to break it. They were that tight. So I heated mine up for just a second. They're still super tight. I thought I was going to break them. So when you get yours, if you get yours, be mindful of that. They do pivot side to side. It's a little bit of scary, notion to try it out. But once you get that figured out, posing it, I think it's going to be fine because honestly, it's not going to have that many poses. You can, remove the forearm or one arm, and you can have like the broken arm going off and the missing. But I'm not going to use that. I have zero interest in messing with that piece. It'll stay in the box. But if you want to do that, you can. With the ankle articulation, you can actually get him to do a little bit of a walking pose without falling over, because we know that the stand it comes with is complete garbage. It doesn't make any sense why it even has that stand with the base. It's just stupid. But it does look pretty good right here. It takes a little bit of balancing. It's just, you're only on one foot here, basically, and a little toe to balance it. We'll get the arm out stretched. He's got his wrist down, looking at the blasters on his forearm there. And then, obviously, we have the light-up function going on with the chest. So it looks pretty good. It's pretty cool. I can see why people might want more than one, but army building these guys, definitely not. Not going to do it. I'm waiting on the regular, just a B1 battle droid, like tan, just, Phantom Menace version, just simple. That's kind of what I'm waiting on, and I'll probably army build the hell out of the... I will probably army build the hell out of those, but we'll see when that time comes, whenever that is. But right now, I'm pretty happy this is in the collection. I'm also glad I didn't buy 6 of them. Editing Jetta right here, just saying, I've kind of walked into some of this footage I made, and I feel like I may have been a little harsh on the figure, and maybe you guys are getting the impression that I'm not happy that this thing's in the collection, and that is not true. That is not true. Sometimes you're excited about something, and it shows up, and it's just maybe you overhyped yourself for the arrival of this thing, and I think I may have done that. I may have put undue expectations on this particular figure, mainly because just the weight of it. Like I said, it's very lightweight. It's very, without the batteries in it, it's like absurdly lightweight. Currently, the 2 AAA batteries are inside. But it's not a bad figure. It's not a bad figure. So if you got this coming in, don't let my expectations or shortcomings of the expectations I had get you down about your purchase. So if you're excited about this, be excited about it. Nothing wrong with that. For me, it's just I don't know. Maybe I had it a little more hyped up in my head, and I knew it wasn't going to have, like, I knew the head didn't move. I knew that this little LED was going to be, whatever. But don't get me wrong, like, the paint application is beautiful. They did a fine job on this. Anyways, I just wanted to interject that. I won't say any more than that. I'll continue on with the video, the review. Just don't let me spoil it for you. I guess that's what I'm saying. Enjoy your figures. I'm happy I got it. Let's roll the footage. Somebody might be asking, what is this guy going to look like next to Count Dooku and Jango Fett? Because it's Attack of the Clones, the whole thing. And now that we've got Padme on the way from Pop Collectibles, shout out to them, thank you. Padme and Commander Fox, super excited about that. You know, what are these guys going to look together, and how might you build a diorama? I'm not going to go the diorama route building with this particular set. I'm probably going to go somewhat action pose, somewhat museum-ish pose, I guess, because, again, I'm not army building this particular Super Battle Droid. But it does look good. Colors look great. You can see, hopefully putting it next to Jango Fett, you can see the big difference in coloration. I thought that might be helpful. Let's zoom in a little bit, and I'll tell you. Probably try to get a little bit closer look, as Bell and Tucker are around here getting in my way just a touch. But there you go. So if you've got Jango Fett, you know how, like, sterling silver he really is, and then you can see the color variation on the Battle Droid. So hopefully that makes it stand out a little bit more. Now you could, if you wanted to, take your Super Battle Droid and use him with Mando. If you want to do, like, the rescue scene with the Death Watch and that kind of stuff, I suppose you could go that route as well. I don't know how I'm going to have him on display just yet. To be determined. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out after this video's done. Am I glad I got this figure in the collection? Yes. However, I wouldn't go out and army build these. But that's just me. You know, you do what you want. It's your money. However you want to do it. Like I said earlier, I got mine for Pop Collectibles. If you want to check them out, link in the description below. I do have the video on Padme and Clone Commander Fox. Super excited for those to come out. And I'm on the fence whether or not I'm going to pick up the Catwoman. Probably not. Probably not going to do that. So there's that. But subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you want to support the channel on Patreon, that'd be amazing as well. As always, collectors alike, see you next time.